Hello everyone and good morning. My name is Karter Sanamo. I am a sophomore computer science major here at Baylor with a concentration in software engineering. Today I will be taking you along with me throughout my day. Today is Tuesday and our Tuesdays are actually pretty busy, and you'll be able to see a little bit into the life of what it's like to be a computer science major at Baylor University.
Almost forgot the chick.
Recently, I've been working really hard to try to develop very good habits for myself, like waking up early, doing productive things in the morning, and just setting myself up for success. Today's devotional is about walking humbly. God's ways are not always our ways. He's the leader, He's the pace setter, and wherever He goes, we must follow. So we're going to go ahead and hit a quick prayer. God, I want to walk with you. I trust that you know where we are, where we are going, and when we will get there. Lead me with love. Amen. If you guys have any questions or any insights into my day, please leave them down below in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. If you're maybe thinking about going to Baylor or being a computer science student, just shoot me a question. I'll be able to answer you down below. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let's go.
Good morning, everyone. Right now we are on our way to class. It is currently about 7:30. We have an 8 a.m. today. Our Tuesdays are actually very stacked. This is my most busiest day by far that I've probably ever had being at Baylor. I essentially have to be on campus from about 7:45 until about 5:30 p.m. I think. But yeah, thank you for coming along with me today and going to all my classes. I will keep you guys updated throughout the day.
I've been washed from the inside.
Here was awesome. Actually, while I was waiting for a red light, I saw one of my friends crossing, so I was able to say hi to him.
I love Desmond. What a great guy. It's one of my friends, Desmond. And we have arrived. I think we should be good on time. 7:40. Classes start from 19 minutes. We're good. I always like to be a little bit early. Gives me a little bit of peace of mind.
Our first class of the day is in Cashin Academic Center. We're going to be taking Introduction to Algorithms at 8 a.m., with Dr. Bill Booth, which is an amazing professor. And yeah. I highly recommend sitting in the front of all of your classes. It shows your professors that you're invested, and it forces you to be invested, so it's a win-win situation. I've been using this app called Notability on my iPad for the last year, and it's been amazing for taking notes. I've tried a lot of different note-taking methods, typing out on your laptop, writing notes, and this is the easiest solution for me. I have this little stylus that I bought off of Amazon, not an Apple Pen, but just off Amazon, nice and cheap, and it works amazing. And yeah, I highly recommend Notability. Oh, also Notability is great for editing PDFs. So if you ever get a PDF homework assignment, you just want to mark it up, super awesome for it. I'm going to go ahead and apologize now, but today was honestly a pretty ugly day. I try my best to show how pretty Baylor is because it's truly just a beautiful campus, but it was just not a very good day to really show that off. Alright, I'm heading over to my British Literature class now, and Karter Science is honestly one of the coolest buildings I've ever had a class in. It has a really cool medieval kind of style. I try to show it off here while being respectful, but it's a really nice building. It's very, very pretty. A lot of pretty architecture all across Baylor, but as far as what I have this year, this is a really, really cool spot, to be honest. I saw this guy walking around. If you've never seen these before, these are definitely one of the coolest things that Baylor has. I don't know if other campuses have it, but it's essentially a robot that goes around campus delivering you food, which is just awesome. I don't know if it's my camera settings or the day, but I promise Baylor is pretty. Don't take this as how Baylor actually looks. I promise it's a very, very beautiful campus. Alright, now we're headed back over to Cashin. You'll see me actually come here a lot throughout the day. This is kind of the computer science hub for me. Shout out Who Else by Gateway Worship. Oh, such a good song. Look at me, I feel so special with the private key card access. Yeah, I'm important. I'm a big deal or whatever. We're about halfway done with our day. It's currently 11:20. We've gone to 2 of our classes. So we went to algorithms and we went to British literature. And I'm gonna be honest, today in algorithms, it was a little confusing. I think our entire class was confused. We're looking at analyzing certain algorithms using the master theorem. So it's a lot of abstraction, a lot of theoretical, let this number be this number and this variable, and like, it's just not as concrete as solving your normal math problems. Like normally in math problems, there's a definitive answer that you're trying to get to, but it feels like with this, he can just be like, this is one of the possible answers, or this is in a set of these answers. I just need one of them or the best one. He's like, it's just very, very complex. I think we're starting to get into a lot of theoretical classes, and that's pretty hard to wrap your head around, at least for me. But then we went to British literature. British literature was good. We got out at 10:45, and then from 10:45 to 12:30, I have off, so I don't have another class until 12:30. So I went and eat in the sub. I was trying to do my best at showing as much as I could of the surrounding area and kind of show you what campus is like, what the sub is like. But it's really hard in the sub to not get too many people on camera. I was trying to be respectful. So hopefully you could kind of see what everything was about. But we went ahead and we got some food from the sub. And then after that, we came over back to Cashin, which is the first building that we had our algorithms class in. This is where a lot of my computer science classes are. A lot of the lower level computer science classes are going to be in here, and your higher level ones are going to be in Rogers. I actually haven't had a class in Rogers yet, but I think I will starting next semester. But yeah, Tuesday is honestly our busy day. I'm on campus essentially from 7:30 to like 6 p.m. But we have 2 like hour-and-a-half gaps in there, which I've honestly learned to like. I never used to like gaps, but I think when I'm off campus, that hour-and-a-half gap forces me to stay on campus. And during this time, I actually do my homework and get a lot done. Because when you're at home, you know, you're doing your homework and you have Netflix on the side or a YouTube video on the side, and you don't get as much done. I think when I come here to campus and I actually lock in and I get a lot done. So I've learned to like it. But yeah, it's currently, like I said, 11:25. So we have a little over an hour into our next class. So I'm going to sit here in the computer lab. And so being a computer science student, you have access to these 2 computer labs here in Cashin. There's more around campus, but these are 2 that I like because my classes are here. And it's a giant computer lab with a bunch of computers. And I don't even know like if too many classes actually use it, but it's almost always open to us. And we have like our ID that we can scan into it that no one else can, which is really cool. And it's kind of where I've learned to like to study on campus, because there's usually not too many people in here. There's usually like 1 or 2 people in here, and you can connect your laptop to it and get another monitor, which I really like. So this is my little setup. I have my laptop, and then I have an extra monitor up here. So if I want to do anything else, I could have like the assignment up here and then like my work down here. It's like my whole little setup if I was at home, but I'm here on campus. So it's really nice. But yeah, we're going to quickly get some homework done. My ideal is to get all of our homework done for the entire day now. So when I go home, I don't have any homework to do. And since I have a lot of time on Tuesdays, usually I'll go ahead and do homework for like the rest of the week. I'm gonna see how much we can get done, but we're going to try to lock in for a little bit. The workload as a computer science student is definitely, I would say, more than other majors. It's difficult, but it's definitely doable. I think if you plan ahead and do your assignments ahead of time, it's 100% possible, especially if you came from doing a lot of AP and extra credit classes in high school, you'll be fine. All right, so actually looking at our Canvas dashboard, we honestly don't have a lot. So here's today. We have nothing else today. Tomorrow, we have a lab that's due at midnight, and this is actually the lab that we're doing today, but we have to make the submission sometime during our lab period, and then we could finish it before tomorrow night. And then, see, Thursday, we also have nothing. Friday is the second part of that lab. So really, this part 1, 2, we're gonna finish by today. And then this quiz 3 doesn't even open until Thursday. So I would take it right now, but I can't even, it's not open until like Thursday after class. So you can see the rest of the week, we literally have nothing except a quiz that we have to wait for. And then these 2 lab parts we're gonna do today. So what I'm actually gonna do is go ahead and work ahead, and I won't be able to submit it right now until our lab starts, but I can actually go look at the problem description for our lab and read over it. And so this is what I'm going to try to do right now, see if I can work ahead on it. So we're making the project right now and seeing if I can do some of this, because most of this is just Java, and I'm already pretty proficient in Java, so I should be able to knock out most of this right now, but we will see. And then if we finish this, probably just the part 1, then I might work on one of my personal projects that I was working on before, just for fun, but we will see. Yeah, honestly, I don't need this time. I could be watching like YouTube and doing whatever I want because I don't have much homework right now, but it's always good to do extra, prepare. And there was also some supplementary reading that our software engineering class provided to us, like why documentation is important. I know there's some extra supplemental reading on like Git and stuff like that. We're not required to read, but she's provided for us. So I might read that also. We'll see. Let's go ahead and see if we can start on this lab. This right here is my usual layout in classes. I'll have my laptop up, usually with the assignment or slides or something else, and then have my iPad below to take notes on whatever we're being lectured over. I think sometimes in really hard, long, tough days, it's really easy to get demotivated halfway through, or even just to make it throughout the day. It can be really difficult, but I think it's important to realize why we were here. We wouldn't be at our school. I wouldn't be at Baylor if it wasn't for a reason, and that's to get a degree. So try my best not to get distracted by other things, and remember the true reason why I'm here. Okay, so I came over to the bears. I want to show you guys the actual bears. Like, we have live bears on campus, and they're there most of the time, but they also have an off-campus, like, resort that they have as well. And I guess they were just there during the time being. So I'm sorry I couldn't show you guys the bears, but I promise there's normally 2 bears. Indian Bell are amazing. You already know. Back to caching. Alright, so we just got back from the sub where we got a smoothie. I love smoothies. I'll be honest, I don't even know what the name of the place is. It's just like a smoothie place that popped up in our student union building in the middle of campus. And I'm not gonna lie, that's where like all my dining money went last semester. I just would buy smoothies all the time. But this was my first smoothie of the semester. Like, I forgot that it was there. And I was like, I just had to have one. So yeah, got a smoothie, and then I came back to the same place I was at earlier. So I have another gap. So I just got out of my software engineering class. And then I have another gap. I have my lab for my software engineering class, not until, I actually don't know what time it starts. Hold on, let me look. It starts at 3:30, so it's currently like 2:10. So I have like an hour and 20 minutes. So again, gaps that I have, I just come here to the computer lab. There's no one in here again, which is great. And we're just gonna work on some stuff. Thankfully, I've already done with all my homework like I showed you guys earlier. So we are just gonna work on a little side project that I've been working on that's kind of fun. And I'm gonna show you what it is in a second. That was good. My software engineering class was pretty easy. Right now, we're kind of going over Java basics, and Java is, well, that's what I'm coding in for fun. It's kind of like my best language, Java and Python. I haven't coded in Python in a while, but I used to only do Python, and then now I kind of switched over to Java. I'm still really good at both, but Java's kind of, I would say, my main language right now. If you were to tell me to make a program, I would start in Java. Yeah, so it's going over very basics. Like, we were going over like polymorphism, the difference between overriding and overloading a method, Just very basic stuff. In fact, our lab today is going over like inheritance and the different properties that carry over, the equality between 2 inherited classes, stuff like that, which is all stuff that I already know and already learned from my other computer science classes, and kind of already learned just my own experience. This is what I do a lot. I code in object-oriented programming only, so I'm very familiar with these topics. So fairly easy. If I'm being honest, I wasn't paying attention that much. I was kind of working on this because it's more fun to me. But anyway, let's go ahead and show you what I made, because I am proud of it. I apologize about the screen that's really smudgy. I'm going to clean tonight. But basically what this is it's a Wordle game. It's a recreation of the game Wordle with a few extra options. So as you can see, when you start it up, you have a few different options. You can quit the game, start a game, or these 2 options in the middle I just added. So you can either play a game with the Wordle bot suggestions, or you can let the Wordle bot play a game by itself. But, you know, if I just do one, you could play a normal game of Wordle. So I have debug on to show me what the word is just for testing, but I could guess a word like stare, and it's going to show me. You can see it's highlighted. The A is yellow, so we know it's somewhere in the word. You could do something like cloud is another good guess that I do a lot, and you can see it's all white, so there's nothing. Pinky is another good one I do. Come on, give me something else. There we go. So we have I and N in the middle, and what was the word? It was winna. Apparently that's a word. I just used an acceptable Wordle list of words that I found online. So and if I guess the right word, you can see you wanted 4 guesses because it's all green. So that's a little Wordle thing. But the thing I just added, which I think is really cool, is the Wordle bot. So if I do 2 and I play with the Wordle bot suggestions, you can see it's going to give me a list of suggestions. Right now it's just giving me the first 10 from the list, but if I go ahead and enter a guess like stare, okay, so it now knows that I guessed those. It knows that all 5 of these letters aren't in the solution word. Now if I do something like cloud, so you see with cloud we got 3 yellow, which is really good for the bot, and now it narrows it down to only these 4 words. So we know the word is one of these 4. So let's try, well, I can tell that it actually is the first word, so let's just go ahead and do the second word, which is ducky. Now I can see it's all green except 1, so now it knows the suggestion. It is this word. It's only giving you 1 left, so it's kind of like a Wordle solver built in as you play it. It takes the information of what you have already played with, checks that against a list of words, and gives you what the correct or the top words most likely is. Really cool. Let's see if I can do it. The suggestion that it gave me was actually correct, and it got in, well, really would have gotten in 3 guesses because it was my top guess, but I just wanted to show it more. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. I thought it was really cool, and when it was able to give you actually a full list that actually worked, I was like sitting in class not paying attention, and I know I just like smiled. Like it was Really cool. But yeah, next I'm gonna add that last feature, which is letting the actual bot play by itself. So essentially it's gonna do exactly what I did, but instead of asking for input, it's just gonna take the top suggested word and input it already and just kind of simulate it. So if I just hit simulate, it'll get the word and figure out how many guesses it takes based on all the information, which I think is really cool. And it'll actually be really easy. The way I implemented it, it'll be super easy to add that. Actually, I'm gonna go do that right now, and then I'm gonna show you guys after I do that. All right, so I actually finished what I was working on, and I'm so excited for it. So if I go ahead and run it, you can see our different options. By the way, I made the text a lot larger. This is not the size that I coded in. I just want to clarify that. But if I go ahead and hit 3, which is let the Wordle bot play in, if I hit enter, you can see it'll simulate the whole thing very fast. If I just go back through it, you can see it starts the game. It uses the first guess, which is literally just the first word in our list, and then it colors it, and then it gets the next best guess, gets all the colors, next best guess, and then it goes until it gets the actual word. And I've ran this multiple times, and it wins every single time. That one it did 4 guesses, that one did 6 guesses. There are a few times where it does take all 6 guesses, but it still always works every time, which is actually awesome. I think this is amazing and a cool project if you guys want something to do. And sorry, I didn't really mean to make this into like a programming tutorial showcase video. It's literally what I was working on today, so I thought I might as well show you while I'm recording. So it is now only 2:45 and my class is until 3:30. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I literally have no homework. I don't really have any projects to work on. I could start, working on something else. I might read through some extra reading that we were given for software engineering. I'm probably gonna do that, but honestly, maybe just chill out. Our software engineering lab has actually been really interesting. It's the first ever class that I've ever had that the entire semester, the whole class is just working towards one giant group project. So I have this team together and we're essentially working on a project exactly how a real software engineer would do it in the real world, which has been really, really interesting to see, and I've loved it. All right, we are all done with classes. It's currently 5:35. We just got out of our last lab and now we can finally go on and head home. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired, so pretty excited to go back home. Probably gonna get a snack. Normally at this time I would go to a dining hall, get some food, but I'm not that hungry, so I have a little snack that I'll have back home, and that'll be good for the night. And yeah, we'll start winding down for the night. Like I said, the good thing about doing all our homework while we were on campus is now I have to go home and I have no homework, nothing to do. So yeah, we can kind of just relax and do what we want. Probably gonna edit this video, and yeah. I am just now noticing that we are low on gas, so before we head home, I am gonna stop at the gas station and fill it up real quick. Gotta get my music going. Bro's about to get attacked by the robot. You think he's gonna hit him? Come on, come on. Well, I don't want it to hit him, but it would kind of be funny. Nah, I think he's faster. So sorry about forgetting to record, but I think we can appreciate this time. This ride back home is very peaceful for me. Just sitting back and relaxing, and yeah, I just love riding bikes so much. It's really a fun thrill that I love to do, very safely of course, but it's just, there's no peace like it, honestly. After a long day, it's really what I needed. There really is no better feeling in the world than getting home from a very long day of classes, just being stuck on campus and being able to open up your computer and do whatever you want, do things you love, and just wind down for the night. I love the amount of peace that my room brings me and feels so homey to me. I love it. Also, you guys might make fun of me, but I've recently been on my candle grind. I love candles so much. I just have to have a candle. If I'm in my room, a candle is burning at all times. I mean, who doesn't want their room to smell good, right? All right, so we just finished up about 9 o'clock now, which is usually when I like to get off my computer and start settling down in for the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a shower, do all my nighttime stuff. I am pretty tired. Today was a long day, but yeah, we were able to get a good amount of work done. I was able to play a little bit of games. We had a few friends come to the house. It was nice seeing them. And also I was able to talk to my family on FaceTime, which was nice. Spent a good 20, 30 minutes talking to them. And yeah, just kind of been spending the last few hours to myself doing things I love. I was able to actually edit 2 full YouTube videos and upload one of them. The other one, I think I literally just have to make a thumbnail and like title and like description and all that. And that'll actually be for my other channel, which is like all motorcycle vlogs. But anyways, yeah, I do want to show you. Hi, Bourbon. Hey, puppy dog. Say hello. Say hi. Bourbon is my dog. He is 5 or 6. Wait, born 2020. So he's 5. Yeah, he'll turn 6 in October. But yeah, he is the best dog ever. And he's actually a husky doodle. So he's a husky, lab, poodle, and chow. He's a mix, but he's a beautiful dog. Why do you look so scared? Hey dog, look happy. I don't know what's up with him. I haven't seen him much today because I've been gone. And anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and shower, wind down for bed, and yeah. All right, we just got out of the shower and now we're gonna get ready for bed. It is only 9:15, so a little bit early. Usually I try to aim to go to bed about 10 o'clock so I can wake up by 6:30. Thank you guys for sticking around and coming throughout my day with me. If you guys have any questions about anything that I did today, about if it's related to computer science, related to Baylor, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. This is just a typical day in the life of a computer science student at Baylor. So hopefully if you guys are thinking about coming to Baylor or thinking about doing computer science, this can give you an idea of, maybe, I wouldn't say an idea of the workload, because I will say that today was heavy on class schedule. I had a lot of classes and this is not really your average day. This is my busiest day, but on the workload, normally I probably do have more workload than I did today, just because of how the homework lined up. So yeah, don't take this video as, oh, this is how every day in college is gonna be like. It's just kind of a day that I decided to do, and I thought it would be more interesting to do a day that's very busy for me and show you guys what it can be. Anyways, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'm gonna go get some sleep now. So